What's up, guys? We're back, but okay, we're gonna be watching World Championship League Call of
Very
Duty.
quickly. Well, obviously we saw our first game on the main stage. It's going to be Team Envious versus
Wait,
Ghost. So I do want to take a moment to just talk a little bit about that series and how you guys think.
Live streaming the
Chaps looking to go
thing.
back to back. JCap on that squad looking to go back to back to back deep. But do you see there a possibility where they beat Ghost?
Hold on.
I think Envy beats Ghost all day.
How many subscribers
In my
do you
opinion,
have?
I think it's
I think like 3. I just started my channel a
John has
couple,
really turned things
maybe
around on the side of Envy. A lot of
months
confidence
ago.
in
I
these
don't
guys when
know.
John is playing well. The rest of the players have really had those glimpses of very good performance overall. Apathy was, a top 3 player at the start of the year. John has been that guy that kind of fell under the radar at times, but I feel like Envy, the SMG play should outclass Ghost.
I'm going to go with Ghost 3-1 with Envy winning the Search and Destroy just because Ghost has brought a type of playstyle to IW that no team seem to have practiced against. The only team that I've heard practice against them was Optic, so they actually are prepared if they match up against Ghost Gaming for the smoke strats. Most teams haven't played against that, and I think that's where they kind of benefit in this series. Envy Search has looked a lot better. Like I said, they made their runs at champs through S&D, and it seems to be like that's going to be the case for them this weekend. So I have Ghost winning 3-1.
I'm going to go Envy in a reverse sweep. We haven't seen a game 5 all weekend.
I love that prediction, Joe. There we go.
I think Scorch Hardpoint, I think that's a map where I think Ghost is just going to come out very hot. I think Blazefield and Mox play very well again.
Team
Game 2, I feel
Envy,
like
Ghost
retail SMD,
Gaming.
that's not one of Envy's best, but starting at that uplink, I think that's where things sort of
Yep.
strive for Envy, and I think they take it in game 5.
Me?
Well, we've been very impressed, of course, with Ghost Gaming's smoke strat. It's
No, I started my own
been a
live
bit
stream.
of a curveball to many teams. I'm curious to see if Team Envious can try and adapt to it. Of course, for Envy, they're looking very comfortable up there on that main stage. First game of the day, you went Ghost. No, sorry, you went Team Envious comfortably.
Yep.
Proof you went Ghost 3-1. And you went game 5 reverse sweep.
Yeah.
Merc, I gotta say, I like your prediction the best.
Yeah, you do.
That's
It's
the
exciting.
entertainment that we want. But I'm sorry.
I thought you loved me.
Deal with it. Deal with it. First game of the day.
3, 2,
Team Envious versus
1.
Ghost starts right now.
Starting. Drop the pen. That's it. Yeah. Yep. Amazing. Oh, that's a dope. That's dope.
We've been waiting for this moment, and it's finally here. There's going to be a life-changing moment for a lot of the players here.
I think that is the key word, life-changing.
It's all going to come down to who can play the best on this Call of Duty World League Championship weekend. Welcome to the Call of Duty Championship. It's going to be an incredible weekend.
Coolest event we've ever
I would
seen
like to be
in
in
Call of Duty history.
Yeah.
It is time, Benson. 1 year later, a brand new game, and we will have a new champion. Keep it rolling here in the venue for the FaZe Clan. GG United 3-1 over Luminosity.
A couple of players lining up for a formal third wants to challenge. I don't recommend that.
It's Envy taking it yet again.
Wait,
250
I
to
need that
144.
I need that guy off the Optic.
What?
The comeback alive as well.
Some guy off the Optic and he's a
But no
YouTuber. I know.
MVP caliber performances.
Cool.
It's coming down to the wire, just a couple seconds away. Ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you today's gonna be spicy. We're live from the Amway Center in Orlando, Florida for our first matchup of the day.
Florida?
Winners bracket, round 2 championship bracket.
I can go to that right now, but I don't want to.
Down, Matt, but now I want to hear your
Ghost
opinion.
Gaming's gonna win.
How do you think the series is going to play out?
So I think
Probably.
the series is
Envy
is
extremely
really good.
interesting. I would have
Ghost
said,
Gaming's
I know, coming into it last night,
Yeah.
Envy is heavily favored in it. But you look at some of these games, the game 3 for Ghost Gaming, it's a throwback uplink, I believe. It's going to be an 100% win rate. So very good on that game mode. Games 3 and 5, heavily favored. Ghost 1 and 4, over towards Envy. Game 2, they both have the same win rate in it. I think that'll be the swing game in this match.
Swing game in game 2, we know what to expect. There's a look at the Envious
Alpha.
boys looking to reclaim this title for the second year in a row. JCap going for his potential 3rd Call of Duty World Championship title in a row. And on the other side, Ghost Gaming, the team that a lot of people thought, all right, yes, they look good in stage 2, but they wind up failing to qualify for playoffs. This is a scrappy team. They get thrown together as kind of the guys left behind, and now look at how far they've made it, Matt. And to be honest, they've looked damn good this weekend.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, coming into the weekend, I did not expect much from Ghost Gaming. I expected them to, you know, probably be somewhere around this position, but not
Yeah,
a
probably.
really good spot to advance past this spot. But I think, you know, going up against Envy, they don't have a tough opponent who's going to, well, okay, very tough opponent, Envy, but not somebody who's going to outslay them, right? Not somebody like an E United or an LG or not the Gaming. It's a match where Ghost Gaming can hang around and possibly cause an upset.
I can tell you right now, when Lacefield and crew play with a chip on their shoulder, when the energy gets behind them, they look like an unstoppable force. This is the main stage here at the Amway Center. A look at it there in all its glory. We're in day 4 of 5, Endurance kicking into things, but folks, it's early here, but this crowd is going to make some noise today. Envy versus Ghost Gaming, a championship winners round 2 matchup.
I think the big match in terms of players versus each other is going to be Mox against Slasher. Slasher has just been unreal as usual. You know, the second half of the year, he's been fantastic. Mox
Oh shoot, someone already died.
Gaming, leading them in a lot of categories.
Well, you mentioned Slasher. He starts this one off 3-0, Matt.
Yeah, I love it. K-Bar is pretty good.
We've finally seen this Envy team, really everyone start to pull their weight in the respawns.
didn't
Apathy
see him.
and John's helped so far this weekend.
Wow.
Champs to match the slaying
Oh,
of Slasher,
wow.
but that was a completely different
Told you,
story back in
Ghost
stage
going.
2 when Slasher was really the one carrying it all the respawn game modes.
Yeah, it's incredible that they actually make that run in stage 2 with how poor everybody played outside of Slasher. And you think coming into this event, you get J-Capped, get some COD Champs magic like we've seen him do the previous years. Apathy to show up in a
I
big
like
way with
B-Red.
John, and you just even get 75% of that Slasher. You're
It's like the Weevil.
So we know what's on the line for this matchup. Early lead out for Ghost Gaming. You can see some crafty little movement here from Llama God. Someone
Oh my god.
knows how to use this to his ability. Does get one shot from the Scarab. Apathy there with the challenge. The pinch now coming in for Envy. This should be a clean break unless Lacefield and Mox can make a miraculous play happen. Not going to work out. Envy push on through and take control of third line.
Yeah,
How did he not see
They take their
him?
time, they get that first pick, and then they move on in. But look at this. It's going to be 2 kills, make it 3 for Ghost Gaming. They're going to take the hill right back.
You gotta love the E-Rat pressure we're already seeing out of Ghost Gaming. They like to play in your face, don't let you breathe, don't let you get set up. And a team like Envy that when they do get set up can be one of the scarier teams in competitive Call of Duty to lock down a hill. Ghosts know their ultimate goal is to make sure Envy never feel comfortable. Right now they do have a 20-second lead. A nice challenge there from John to get the scrap time.
And this would be such a big win in map number 1 for Ghost Gaming.
That's a pretty
Since
nice
this roster
kill.
Formed and we kind of have stats to go off of. They've only won it once. I've only seen them win this map once.
Anaheim on.
Yeah, so for them to win this here would be huge.
Overall,
Oh,
it's
got
a
it killed.
17% map win percentage on Scorch
Oh.
Hardpoint for Ghost Gaming. Just shows how impactful it is in this best of 5. Kills going on, trading near the new hardpoint. John comes out on top. And John, if you didn't watch Call of Duty World League Championships last year, first off, what the hell were you doing? Second, John was our MVP when Envious won. The guy was consistent throughout every single game mode, and he had the clutch factor, Matt. If you remember from last year, so many big plays that wound up swinging maps into Envy's favor.
Dude, he was unreal last year. I mean, every time that Envy needed a play, it seemed like it was John, the one to do it right here. He's locking down Hanger on a 3 streak, picking up kills with the E-Rad, giving Envy a ton of time. This is going to be such a scary team if they can get John and Slasher going at the same time. And today, I know, speaking to a lot of the players last night, I was talking with Cap, Slack, and whatnot. This is the toughest day to get through. Basically, your goal is just to get to Sunday. Doesn't matter how, just get to Sunday.
Absolutely.
And you give yourself a fighting chance. This is the longest day out of all of the ones we've had, so it's just withstand this day, get to Sunday. That's the goal for these teams.
And for a lot of people who might not know, most events, we're used to 3-day events.
Yep.
The Call of Duty World League Championship is a 5-day event. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You've got to prepare yourself differently day in and day out for these matches. It's now a test not only of skill, but endurance. Ghost Gaming, they do give up a full 60 on Turbine, but safe to say they have won the rotation here towards Thrill. Envy trying to challenge him with a Scarab, and you can see 2 Scarabs come in, the grenade as well. That's a full wipe, Envious break on through.
And that's where the teamwork kicks in. You've been playing with each other for such a long time. They're able to just set up these pushes and break the hills with relative ease. 2 kills from Lacefield, make it 1 from Mox as well. Slasher
Wow,
trying to do
wow.
alone, but Ghost Gaming breaks back in. Only 10
Envy
or
is
so
really
seconds here,
good
they're gonna get
at
at
like
the end.
camping.
It's a very
But
good
Ghost Gaming
first
has really
half
got the
hard
kills,
point here
see?
from Envy.
Yeah.
You can see J-Cap and Apathy not in the green in regards to slaying, but that's not their necessary role on this team. If Envy are going to pull away from this one, you're going to see Apathy, though, begin to turn around some of those first engagements in the hard point into Envy's favor. Love the smoke play from Ghost, Matt. They're one of the few teams that really use it to their advantage, especially in hard point.
Oh, come on, get the kill, get the kill. Oh, that's nice.
By just throwing one down and flooding into the hill.
I mean, you just make it easier on yourself, right? It's a little bit of element of surprise. You come out of the smoke, you know, you're forcing Envy off of these positions. There's also a part of me that says, you know, they're throwing smokes because they don't think they can jump in there and just kind of gun Envy down. I mean, it's just kind of the way it is, right? I mean, you make it a little bit easier on yourself, and I think it's a good strat from Ghost Gaming. And now, you know, Ghost has been one of the teams, Jack, I think they've dedicated themselves more than almost any other to actually learning about their opponents, right? We've seen Spacely, you know, just come up with strats dedicated for certain opponents. I think it's something we'll see as, you know, Call of Duty Esports grows in the future, a lot of other teams start to adopt.
Makes a lot of sense. Ghosts have been putting the time in, and it shows, but right now they are down by 30 seconds. You see the
How do you know there's someone behind Slash?
Towards this new hill. They've got the numbers on their side. Slasher trying to play this trade. He's got the help of two teammates now. These are some tough gunfights, but Envy. Oh, the team kill from Mox. The team kill from Mox will actually swing that into Envy's favor. And again on rotation, Envy
behind
will get the kills.
you.
And look at Slasher now, Matt. 15 and 8 near double positive.
Yeah, that's a tough one there for Ghost Gaming. They have a chance to take Turbine at the beginning. They lose some of these fights. The smoke wears off. It'll be kills coming in and a double team kill now from Spacely. Things could not go poorly for Ghost Gaming there, as team kills will be their downfall here on Turbine, as Envy will take just about a full 60.
How is Slasher in last place?
They're getting
He's
the
15
trade advantage and then throwing it away with team kills. 3 team kills on that one hill alone will give Envy the majority of the time. And if you remember from the first rotation, Envy moved here towards Hangar, won the gunfights they needed, and got a full 60. That's how they established this first lead. For me, this is a must-hold hard point for Ghost. They need at least 40 seconds here.
Well, just look at the way Envy is playing this. You saw Apathy pick up one, and now he's rotated all the way around. He's got John and Slasher there with him. They're just playing for this, you know, back area. They cleared this out. They know that everyone is just stacked up inside. They're going to lead with the Scarab again.
Oh my gosh.
And they team kill.
And this
not ideal.
This time it gets shot immediately and Slasher dies because of it. J-Cap pushes in, exposes himself.
Oh
Do
my
not like
God.
that play at all. Very passive. He winds up walking in and gives away that the pinch is there. But look at how far the spawn out is for Ghost. Because of John pushing that back door, Ghost have 2 players spawn across the map.
Yeah, John picks up that kill, and then he just holds that position, picks up a second one, and he just holds and holds and holds. He knows that he's going to block that spawn all the way in the back.
Absolutely.
And then Envy just floods in towards that hill. Spacely with a big 2-piece, though, here. So, you know, Spacely's a great story. You know, everybody on this Ghost Gaming team, fantastic story. You know, this is a team that kind of came together after being spare parts of other rosters. And they've gone through a lot of their old teammates. You know, you've seen Lacefield, you know, eliminate Cloud9. You know, him get extremely hyped. Spacely. Now, these guys are playing with such a chip on their shoulder, Jack. It's really one of the better stories I think we have this year.
But I will say, you can see the weaknesses that this team has on this map compared to the other hardpoints that they're used to playing. I mean, overall, hardpoint is their weakest game mode, yes, but they have, you know, a 54% win percentage from Anaheim on in the game mode. Scorch is at 17%. It is the absolute outlier weighing them down.
Ghost is catching up.
If they can somehow come back
Really?
to this map, I absolutely think it's their series to take. But again, it's a tall order, still down by 1 minute. They are in control of the hill, but again, look at the pitch developing. They have no idea John's on the flank.
He shot a dead body.
This should be a clean wipe again for the boys in blue.
Oh shoot. Get turned on, get turned on.
Oh.
Every time that Ghost tries to get set up, Envy is just able to break no matter what, just muscle their way in towards the hill. You're Ghost Gaming, you just got to stall out on this bridge hill, you got to rotate the turbine, give yourself a chance to win, but now look, Slasher with camo, you're going to be able to use that ability to break.
Yeah, this game is done in my opinion. John and Slasher just going off. Apathy and J-Cap holding their own. I will say, you can just tell Ghosts are not thinking about the pinch enough when facing Envy. They're not thinking about that next layer of defense, what they need to do to make sure that their setup cannot be exposed.
Wow.
Even there, Apathy flanks behind 2. He'll try to swing the numbers in his favor. Thankfully for Ghosts, they will get the top hangar spawn, so they'll be able to flood back in this hill. They need these 35 seconds, and they need a flawless rotation towards Turbine if they want any chance to win this game.
Even if they rotate flawlessly, you still have payload abilities coming on the board for Envy. So a lot working against Ghost Gaming here.
Nice challenge.
But a lot has worked against these guys all year long.
Yo, Envy's gonna win.
Slide on through. Lamagod on a 4 streak.
Lamagod's on a score streak.
25 off of another Scarab. Maybe he gets closer to Trinities. Then you're back in business if you're Ghost here. But
It's a big
Envy,
kill.
they have control of Turbine at the beginning.
And look, Envy already have 2 players here. There's a timing window now for the side of Ghost Gaming to soar in before Slasher can get here to help his team. J-Cap, though, with the 2-piece. Slasher here as well. They get it done. Envy want to close the door here, 231 to 193.
And that's the thing about J-Cap. Knows he doesn't need to put up crazy numbers in the slaying department, but right there when he needs to make a play, he needs to show up. Gets 2 kills there. Definitely puts Envy in a fantastic spot to close this out. Slasher with 1. Llama God gets inside of the hill. Apathy doesn't need to challenge this right away. The pinch is coming though. Knows his teammates have spawned all the way out. So the last 30 or so seconds here may go to Ghost. The difficult part is look how close Envy is to winning this game. They just have to go set up a hangar, get 2 or 3 kills, and it's done.
Okay, Lacefield. 17 to 20, a more quiet map from him, but again, you mentioned.
Oh no, oh no, Ghost is coming back. Ghost is coming back.
This one final time, not going to happen.
Ghost is coming back. Ghost is coming back.
They just need to hold off what? 2
No,
kills.
no,
Payloads, none earned
No,
right now
no,
for Ghost.
no,
You've got
this is-
3 players, all 4 players, within
No,
1 to 2
no.
kills of earning them.
no.
There's not going to be enough time for them to do this.
And they don't have a lot of time to set up a great
Oh, no.
coordinated
Oh, no.
push. You see players trying to work around the back,
Oh,
and Apathy with
Apathy.
those 2 kills. Most likely seal the deal. Spacely comes in, gets 1,
Wait.
Slasher picks him up, but Apathy with those kills towards the end. Envy, a map number 1 win here against Ghost Gaming.
They were your Call of Duty World League champions for a reason.
Wow, taking a drink. I just don't understand that. Like, are they sweating so hard?
Ghosts have to know how close they were to having those payloads. You think if they earn a camo, if they earn an FTL, if they earn that reactive armor, they have a chance to break on in. But in the end, I will say, with how bad they've been on Scorch Hardpoint,
They didn't look bad there.
oh, exactly, only losing by 20, and honestly, for the most part, a lot of that time came on Hangar alone. They put up a good fight there in map 1.
I mean, they get 1 rotation to go in their favor where they're able to hold it off for just more than 10 seconds. And that is a game that goes down to the wire. That, we may be going to hangar with both teams like 230 points each, where Ghost Gaming, if they pull that first game out, then this series looks really good for them.
Think of how many setups they had where they actually did rotate first and then gave up their setup to the first push from Envy. Unacceptable type stuff. Envy doing a great job of exploiting the open lane, but Matt, you said it from when we started this broadcast to this point. Map 1 heavily favored Envy. Map 2, though, for you is the toss-up.
Yeah, map 2, both teams are sitting at a 50% win rate.
Dead even.
Dead even across the board. You go to the next map after that, though. I mean, game 3, that definitely favors Ghost Gaming. So Ghost Gaming takes this. I think they go to throwback uplink. They have not lost that map
As a team, since Anaheim.
Since
They're
Anaheim.
5-0. They've never lost throwback.
Anaheim. So we have a lot to work with there from them. So maybe they go up 2-0. As long as they force that game 5, Jack, Ghost Gaming is in a good spot.
Ghost Gaming, you're down 0-1.
Dude, he has the same
Now
controller
a
as
test
me.
of this team on the main stage. You
Llama
can see the
God
players
does.
right across from each other.
He has a
Action
gold one
already
that's
kicked
exactly
off
like
on the
mine.
Alpha stream. The Bravo stream, though,
Well.
with United and crew starting on up here momentarily
but
in
no
the next
control
15
freaks, I have
minutes.
control freaks.
Forgot about this one in the
United
back. I don't
going to
think
go
we
up
can
against
do this,
Allegiance,
but-
a match that, hey, you
Well,
think
maybe.
United should take, but credit to Allegiance, man. Every match that they've played so far, I thought their opponent would take it, and they've still stayed strong.
Every year at Champs, I can think of, whether I played at Black Ops 2 or the ones I've casted. But you get to Saturday, and I just look at the bracket, and I was like, how the hell did that happen? Like, well, how are they still here? And it's this year, it's Allegiance for me. I know they're just hanging around. Like, would not be surprised if they made a run. Do I think they beat United? Probably not. But you go into losers. Can they upset a team in losers? Can they figure out how to get into that top 6? Probably.
I give Infused a better chance at beating FaZe than Allegiance beating United.
Yeah, I'd say that.
I think that's
No,
safe.
I think that's. I think right now, I think the competition is the toughest we've ever had at a Champs.
Yep.
But I think your top 2 is kind of separated from that pack, and for me, that's Optic Gaming and United right now.
That's what it's all about. You see the teams getting ready. They were just picking their classes. We hope you're enjoying the coverage of the Call of Duty World League Championship. This is day 4 of 5. Get involved in the conversation on Twitter. Follow at COD World League, at MLG. Stay up to date with all the new video pieces coming out. You had the great Dinner with Champs series.
That was fun.
Obviously, the Recon series. People are loving the videos they're seeing coming out.
Yeah, I
this
love
weekend.
the
That
dinner
guy?
with Champs, just 'cause
What?
every question I would pose out, everyone around the table.
That guy
would
from
say,
an angle
"I had the
looked like
best
he has like
one." And then it's like,
short
okay,
arms.
Let's realistically get into this. You got some really good stuff.
No,
out of it. I
hey,
mean, there's some crazy
I
moments
stumbled
that happen
across your
that
channel,
fans don't get. Really to see
TW.
team
You
all the
make
time. You're not following
awesome video.
Oh
I
no,
think,
dude.
one of the ones we talked about is like, you know, there's always something with a team.
A
Jack, where
Starbucks? Are you
you
serious?
win
You
a
have
series.
Starbucks.
Let's say you win a series on Saturday.
What? Oh.
Everybody knows like what we won. It's
I got a
and I
Starbucks.
think today you'll see somebody get a win, and you just get that feeling like, okay, this is their event. Yeah, and I think
But people like
I think
comment on my
leaving today,
freaking
we have
videos.
a really good idea who we'll see in the finals tomorrow.
It could be this series for all we know. It could
Someone
be the next
commented on my
stage. It's really
video.
Optic Gaming up against Splice, a matchup that I
Hey,
know
this
a lot
channel's
of
really
fans from
good.
across the world are highly anticipating.
This channel's really
We're seeing
good.
a
I'm
world
gonna
champion versus
freaking
our stage
yeah.
2 champions, but this matchup here is what's
Oh,
going
no.
on right now.
There we
It's
go.
Retaliation, Search and Destroy. Envious versus Ghost Gaming. And off the break, we're following Apathy.
His name's Vanilla Wafer. Cause he's white.
Jaw's first blood in favor of Ghost. 2 more kills that go in
I'm
favor
not
of
really
Envy.
that
Apathy gets some
racist,
teammate
but it's
support.
kind
They
of.
slide on in. They deal with Spacely.
His name's Vanilla
Llama
Wafer.
Gun
I can't
rolling
really.
one up here for
Wow.
NB3.
That's a nice name. That is a really nice name.
What?
Vanilla Wafer.
Now,
Whoa.
for folks at home, he
I'm gonna
can't see
sub
the
to
red
him.
outline of that player, but when you're that good, you can make some stuff happen.
Yo,
1 versus 2.
I'm definitely gonna do a collab with him.
Spots one inside bike. Oh, nearly gets that free kill. Unfortunate there. That would have been his chance to win this round.
And Ghost Gaming during stage 2, they win 82%.
They're smart,
of the
they went
rounds.
around.
They get first blood. They get it in this one. Not able to clutch it up though. It is
Oh.
Envy taking the first round. And it's kind of funny, you know, looking at Envy in stage 2, Jack.
Yeah.
You know, during their group play week, they were so good in Hardpoint. And they were abysmal in Search. We get to playoffs, it completely
that's
flips.
nice.
3 and 6 in Hardpoint, 6
I
and
saw
1
us
in
cross it up.
SMD. So if this team can kind of, you know,
There's
put it
quick
all
draw,
together,
grip,
you
and
start
like
getting 2-0 in a lot of
I
these
don't know,
series.
like cinematic or
It's
something.
pretty easy to close it out after that.
And you mentioned, you know, what changed? Well, for one, it was Slasher. He had the #1 S&D KD at Stage 2 playoffs at a 1.76. Right now, during Champs alone, he's 4th overall at a 1.75. Man hasn't skipped a beat. He's 2-0 right now in this game. Again, we talk about how much Slasher means to this team. There's first blood for John as well.
We'll see how Ghost Gaming decides to play this. You lose the guy on the bridge. It's so difficult to push through because now Mox, there's nobody there to trade it out with him. Both your teams are down towards this right-hand side. And Llama God gets one. Lacefield falls, though. It's going to be Llama God yet again here in a 1v3.
See just how frantic his shots
Oh,
are right
no,
now. Trying to get away,
1v3.
uses the FTL jump. It's only round
1v3.
2. Hell, you might as well. You're going to earn it again.
Shoot.
4-1 right now. Trying to play his life. This would not only be a clutch.
Swear to God, if he gets it.
1v3. It would be an ace.
Oh my god.
Left,
A
left,
game-changing
left,
swing round
left.
for his team.
You're in the no! You're in
Envy
there.
just grouping up here, Jack.
Oh my gosh.
One's falling in, one's falling in.
He has.
He has to then, yeah.
No way.
Did he get hit?
He burns the FTL. I get the idea.
He got hit with the back of his
You
gun.
gotta think
Yeah.
maybe he gives himself a chance.
Why?
Not a challenge. For running away and losing where his enemies are.
I think the idea there was that he was going to get pinched in that corner, and it's such an awful position to be in that let's use the FTL. It's only round
Envy
2.
lost that.
Get out of that position. Give yourself a chance. Maybe, you know, you get lost on the map. Clutch that 1v2
We've
situation.
been live streaming for more than 20 minutes, have you?
Envy now up 2-0.
I've been streaming
First
for
blood has been
26.
king for this team so far.
I've been streaming for 23.
Now Slasher will spot pressure towards top 5. He'll
I
follow
just
back
want to
and
download
develop a
Infinite
push.
Warfare again so I can just
Talk
play
about how
it.
good Slasher's been all weekend. Like, his numbers are just absurd.
My quality on
Goes
mine,
double positive in the hardpoint.
on
He was
mine
already number 2 in
is
hardpoint
really
KD, number 4 in S&D, uplink a 1.
Mine's like,
Ugh, only at 1.27.
There is no
Definitely
outside
making a good
that
case for
those comments in the
MVP
time
at
and
the end of
stuff,
the weekend.
and like it
25K
shows like
to
your
the
profile
MVP.
picture. I don't have that.
$25,000.
It's just
You've
a
had me
screen.
playing all different types of ways. I'd be baiting
mine has all
Not
that.
like I don't do that already.
Mine has the profile picture and everything.
That should not have taken that long.
I know how to.
Just screen.
2v3.
No
Fox
black.
gets spotted. Can't gun John.
I know how to change it, but I just.
When you get those early kills,
I
they need to put these rounds away,
I have my
Jack.
live chat up.
You know, he mentioned it.
on a different
They're very
device.
good when they get first blood. Uncharacteristic here. You know, they've gotten first blood in 2 of these rounds thus far. The first round and this round.
He's planning.
Looks like Envy will take both.
Llama God again left by himself in a 1 versus 2.
No, oh my god, no.
Oh, no.
It's
I
always.
swear he gets it.
Players through the
Come on,
context.
come on, come on.
We can see
Why
that
he
he
doesn't
obviously
camp it
can't
there?
help
Oh.
the viewers at home.
I saw his name pop up.
understanding of what
Okay,
to
he's
expect as the
being
round
smart.
plays out. He's trying to peek every corner. Only 25 seconds left. He's been spotted and should be eliminated here momentarily.
No, no.
Yeah, and when Llama sees that the bomb is planted towards Cathedral, he knows he needs to push all the way through the site and clear that out. Can't just go for the defuse there.
Yeah.
Just going to be taken out with ease. And the way that Envy was set up all the way there in the
Wait,
back,
no,
so
no, it's
difficult
stock,
to locate
quick draw,
both
and
of
grip.
those players and then get back and get the defuse. Envy looking lights out here in search and destroy.
Why I gotta looking like Rescom with the hat on?
During the playoffs.
I don't know.
Looking like a strength
Like
yet again.
that, kind
Not
of.
stress enough, both of these teams coming into this map have had a 50% win rate with their current roster. In retaliation, S&D, it's a swing game. Another set of
Like
first
personally,
bloods,
I would have jumped. I would have jumped into other broom across.
What?
They are smoking
That-
Ghost, and yeah, you
that
see the
was
smile on
fast.
Anthony's face. They know how big he just went in that round.
Now, I think there's something to be said. I know all of these guys,
Look how fast
obviously
this was.
champions, they win it last year.
Oh
You just know the
yeah.
pressure that goes into
Air
a seven
shot.
match. Yeah, where you come out and you know you have that first game.
Who's that?
The first game of the day is the hardest for every team, especially like the first day
They're,
overall.
the next
first
group
game
that
overall,
they're
it's
gonna
like
play.
the hardest to really get intense. Like it doesn't really feel like it's a winner's quarterfinals because it's so early in the morning, right? So I think Envy, they're a team that realizes the moment. They're taking advantage of Ghost Gaming right now.
Well, already Envy. They continue to make the right calls in S&D. And look, they want to challenge Mox back here. This is a tough gunfight. As John gets tagged up, he'll try to play his life. And
The lag.
I believe
The
he
lag.
might have dropped on our end. We'll see exactly how this plays
Dude.
out. That's not meant to happen. That was
not intentional there.
That was definitely, I think, on our end. I can't tell if the players.
Dude.
But either way, we'll get an update on all
Envy
that.
was good.
From League Ops. Yeah, Envy was looking very, very good.
Mox is 1-4. I challenged him at the back bar.
Yo, fish.
With an E-Rad, too.
What?
Yeah, sure.
Dude, oh my, what?
You're looking good. You see there,
It
League,
lagged out.
the Legends match that's starting in the next few minutes on the Bravo stream. So again, both streams open on up. MLG.TV/Call of Duty, MLG.TV/COD Bravo. We'll get you official word on how that'll all play. It might have been just on our end from the Codcaster side of things, but either way, Envy looking good.
Yeah,
Envy
through game one. This looks fantastic.
Okay,
So
it looks
judging
like
by
it happened
their
for them, too.
screens, it was either two extremely fast rounds that went in favor of Envy,
Speed rounds.
or that was something that happened to everybody. I would go more towards something that happened to everybody.
Yes.
Because we didn't even see a kill on that one round.
Probably the latter, but
I
either
would
way.
say.
He looks sad.
Patience as we get this all fixed on up. Yesterday, Chance was tweeting, saying that each match, the most important match of the day, the biggest, would be a $10,000 difference in prize money. Where if a team won that series, they would earn themselves $10,000 more dollars. Today, things begin to escalate. Now, the biggest series you can win today, I believe, is $30,000 difference in prize money. So
$30,000
championship Sunday, but cash you walk home with. Only girls
for playing Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
play $600,000.
And what's interesting is you talk to a lot of these players, and they have actually no idea
But look
how
at the
much
dude.
these
He
matches
looked like he
are
had Down
worth. All they
syndrome.
can focus on is like getting first. And
That's
what it would
mean.
be like to win.
Bruh,
Now they win some of these games. They don't realize
he
how
looking
much
like the
extra
toad
money
off of
they've
Mario
secured
and
for
the
themselves
Luigi.
coming into today. But just kind of shows the
You looking
focus
like
and the
a mo
competitive
truck,
drive of a lot of these
I was
guys.
going to say, would you think that's a good thing? Or
Dude,
a
are you
bad
still
thing?
live
Does it
streaming?
relieve the pressure from some of the guys on your team when you begin
So
to
you're
bring
making
finances
fun
into
of
it, or
people. Oh, there he is again.
Boy, you look like a frog.
That's exactly what I did back in Black Ops 2. I was like, hey, look, if we make it through groups, and then we just win one game, I was like, we're walking away with like $8,000 each. It's like,
That's
I'm
not
okay
the
with
best
that. I was
quality
like, it's like, so we set the bar really low for ourselves, and we never even got to that bar. So I think, look, you come in, you have to just keep focusing on getting first, winning the entire thing. Then after you're eliminated or whatever, you figure out how much money you won, you go on a vacation, you come back next year, you try and do better.
There you go. I think a few players are going to be taking a vacation after this champs. It's safe to say we'll wait until the next season of the CWL can start on up. You see there Slasher talking with his team, an interesting way to hold the mic and headset, but
It'd be much more effective if he just put it on his head like everybody else.
and I believe I just received word we will zoom from 4-0
Jim, Don, and
offense. So
Dude, he has one of those like things to warm his hands up.
makes sense. And we were pretty handily in the lead in that game.
It does make sense, Jack. The
Oh, wow.
that game.
So I guess the question now is, you know, if something like that happens,
Which
if there's any
team?
team that can regain composure and refocus, I believe it would be Envy over any line.
Yeah, and I think if there's any team that would probably get, you know, pretty frustrated, it's some fiery guys like over on Ghost Gaming. You know, you're losing it pretty bad. You know, maybe that's around that they probably feel like that's their best chance to win. I mean, Mox with an MV4, the back of market, guys you think he gets at least one?
Yeah.
Most likely two. I mean, we've seen pushes go horribly wrong.
I don't see what time it is. I never pay attention to the time.
We'll see. Envy, I don't know if they'll try that push again. I know it was something very risky, but they do have a lot of rounds to work with.
Listen, that's JCap on your screen. If you don't know who JCap is, first off, you need to know who JCap is. He's kind of important. He's kind of a big deal. He's won the last 2 Call of Duty World Championships in both Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, and now looking for a 3rd title in a row here in Infinite Warfare. I mean, if he does that, that's 100% the greatest achievement of any player in competitive Call of Duty history.
Oh, without a doubt. And to think going into Championship Sunday, they beat Impact Black Ops 2 in the winter final, right? So they're already in the grand final of that one. I believe Denial was in winners all the way through in AW. Envy, obviously, last year.
Oh, it's 10.
His Saturday performances
Jeez.
have been quite well. I know if there's a day where he's going to lead a team and make a difference, today would
I
be
don't know if I'm gonna keep live streaming or not.
Numbers he's putting up a little bit higher up there in the KD department than JCap, but that's expected because different role for him. He's got to take a lot of notes.
I'm gonna go play some multiplayer.
New faces joining competitive Call of Duty, and Lacefield's one of those shining. Himself up. You knew he was a name we'd be talking a lot about in the future.
Oh, without a doubt. We knew he was an explosive player.
Nice.
It's really good to see him get back to a comfortable zone in terms of playing. I mean, I know Cloud9, they performed well at the beginning of the year. They get second at Vegas. They're absolutely horrendous after that. Lacefield, he goes off. They're trying to find a new team. They put this Ghost Gaming roster together. You see with a great team around him the things Lace can do.
Look at the numbers from Slasher.
He's that dude right
That's
now.
just not right. 5 First Bloods in S&D as well. A reminder for everybody at home, we are mid-map 2. A quick little drop there, a tech issue. Going to hop back in. Envy were dominating. They were on offense. They were up 4-0, and we're going to go ahead and resume from that point. So we'll load on back in, just getting the lobby all set back up. Players as well as fans at home, appreciate your patience. We'll get in there very, very soon. Not missing any of the action, do not worry.
And Slasher, we always talk about Makes giving up the game in trouble, right? How they're not able to really kind of get by him. Slasher's always given them trouble as well. And last year, in round 1, great series during groups and then playoffs. You look back to last year, the round 1, they were able to take out Optic Gaming, back all the way at AW with FaZe Red. They're able to win there too. Don't count out Slasher, man. The big series shows up. And the numbers from Silly are just... his numbers across the board, not just search and destroy.
Yep.
Like, I feel like he is we've talked about Clay a lot, we talked about Formal a lot. Like, Silly's performance so far this weekend, I feel like it's going under the radar. But just take a look at some of these numbers.
Ridiculous stuff. Silly in that first spot. His match now starting on the Bravo station. Again, open up both streams. Slasher, though, in that 3rd spot, just showing where he is right now. Continues to impress. Plants and a fuse as well.
It's FaZe.
Overall, Envy's
Where?
sitting at 3-1.
Oh, FaZe Attach.
I don't know about you, Matt. I did not realize.
I never heard of him. Have you?
That's what they were so great at, where it was kind of leading them to the wins, right? I mean,
United. Wait, FaZe Attach.
And then you had their dominant search and destroy play. So it's good to see Splice getting back to that play style. And I feel like they're a scary opponent for OG here in round number 2. That'll come up next. Because you don't know what to expect. Are they going to be the Splice that...
That's why he's not that famous. He doesn't even have 1 million subs yet.
Last year's Splice, it's a very scary matchup.
All right, so back into game 2. Again, appreciate your patience.
179,000.
4-0 in round count.
179,000.
Looks like they won't skip a beat as JCap gets first blood onto Lacefield.
And right there, once the bullets come through
John's
the
using
wall,
a sniper.
I just keep peeking that. Yeah. John's able to win one gunfight as well.
I know.
Literally have no...
John is using sniper.
Nope. No reason to first blood. John with another. The bomb down. I mean, basically trying to clutch this.
Beta.
Reading these plays like
Beta.
I mean, John
Beta.
peeks that
Beta.
spot. Spacely,
Beta.
You're expecting the
Hey,
second player
Beta.
is going to be a clean wipe, it looks like. There goes Ghost. Envy now 1 round away from winning this map 2. Ghost look like they have.
I'm gonna end it after this map
Envy just needs one more round to
switches.
close this out. It was 4-0, and then now
I'm gonna end
this
it
round will
after
make it
this.
5-0. So Ghost Game needs to rattle off
I'm gonna end it
6
after
straight
this,
rounds here.
and then I'm going to
Take
do
map number 2 and talk about
the
how
next
much
one,
of a swing game this
and
map
then
number 2 is.
I'm gonna
Game
do
3
all of them.
does favor Ghost Gaming.
Maybe.
You know, they're undefeated on
Or-
throwback uplinks since
or just
Anaheim.
Envy
The way they
Optic.
played these first 2 maps,
Envy and
Jack,
Optic,
I mean,
and
you
then
may have to throw that
absolutely
number
the
out window.
championship.
Oh, absolutely. As we'll see here. If
So you're gonna live stream all of
another
them?
First, yes, they will. Has it
No.
been every round?
It's been a lot of them. The first 2
I've not.
1 and 3 went over to Ghost First Blood. This time, no. Envy gets
after
First
this,
Blood.
I'm gonna
Everything else
go
falls apart here. So
and play
should be
a
Ghost
little
Gaming's
bit.
first round win, barring John making
Same.
a miraculous
Oh,
play
no.
here. A 1v3.
Just
This
John.
point, it'll probably happen.
Oh no!
Rotating towards the site. He knows where the enemies have pushed towards. Trying to check this corner. Spots one, gets cleaned on up. Goes even after getting first blood. Some challenges that maybe
That was a nice kill.
overeager from Envy as they try to push out that bottom street side, and there's multiple players sitting in the back cover where only their head could be seen. Basically free kills down out of JCap in that one swing round.
It's a good round there for Ghost Gaming. After getting First Blooded, they battle back, but still 5 more rounds. I mean, complete this.
The reason why that first blood comes in so easily for Envy is because there's no one watching top plat on Ghost, so the hole in their setup gets exposed. Thankfully, they're able to recover.
Oh wow!
See, Laziel gets set
I
up
swear
on
if they
top.
come back, if they
Maybe
come
spots
back.
2 players here for Envy. It'll be 2
Oh.
kills at the beginning of the round for Ghost Gaming. So now they're starting to get rolling a little bit.
What happened?
Still left here to 1v3. This should be
They won.
another round
Envy.
Ghost Gaming takes. It's just to remind you guys, Envy currently sitting at 5 rounds.
Yep.
They had the 4.
Nice kill.
One. They'll give us 5. Nice job.
Pretty sweet kill.
Win. Ghost Gaming.
Damn.
Need to get to the full 6.
You saw there, Mox went to reload. He
Alright, thank you everyone for
Second he
watching.
saw the player.
Hope you enjoy. Make sure to leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe for more.